All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakak Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson going into how these are the kind of things that the elect, that we'll not even say the elect, this is the kind of thing that Yahweh set men up, set prophets out in the world to warn you women about, man. Right? Yahweh sent prophets in the world to warn you women about these kind of men that exist in the world, and that when all hell breaks loose, these kind of men are going to have a field day, man. Right? And what you'll see if you watch this video, right, from maybe like 35 minutes in to like 37 minutes, right, if you watch like from the 35th minute to the 37th minute, you're going to see this guy right here overly like walking around and trying to grope on these women that are scantily clad, man. Right? Now, he shouldn't be doing that, right? He shouldn't be doing that. And one of the reasons why you shouldn't be doing that is because it could be an adultery, right? That's the first reason I'm going to say. Because on a day like this, anyway, these women are twerking themselves on all kinds of men anyway. And and more than likely they've got men. So they shouldn't even be going to a place like that anyway, right? But you'll end up in jail for doing that kind of stuff in this world, man. Right? Now, we do know that there's a law in the Bible, right? In Deuteronomy, this 22nd chapter, where in a certain scenario, if a man decided to take a woman as his wife in that way, right, he has to pay out an amount of money. Now, people can get emotional and say whatever they want to say about that law, right? But it's in the Bible. It's in there. And no matter what anyone wants to say, that's in there. No matter how many Christians want to try and say that we've tried to make it like that's a thing that Hebrew Israelites are interpreting in the Bible, the versions of the Bible that they read actually specifically use the word rape. So they can't try and make out like we're making things up. We're not making it up. Right? And if you watch this video, man, you'll see the kind of man that the brothers and the elders and the apostles have been warning women about, man, that they're going to end up seeing guys like this when all hell breaks loose, man. Right? This guy was like, he had demons on him, man. Like you can literally see, like, what? Let me show 1 second, man. Let me see if I can, like, you can see that he had like a, like when you if you see from like here, man, this guy right here, he's got demons on him. Like you can literally damn near see the spirits that this guy's got on him, right? And he's like just zoned in. And it was pretty much on a particular woman that he was zoned in on, man. Right? And the woman that he was zoned in on, because she's drunk and all doing what she's doing, she was completely oblivious. Because the day of the Notting Hill Carnival anyway, there's so much people winding up and grinding up themselves and bumping up on people anyway. You ain't even really going to be able to tell whether someone's banging into you by accident and it's just a random stranger that's banging into you, or it's someone trying to grind up themselves on you, man. Which is what this guy was doing. Right? Now, who knows where this guy ended up sneaking off into the night and whatever he ended up doing for the rest of his day. Who knows? Right? But you can't really, as a man, feel justified defending women at a place like this, because you'd have to think, well, what are they doing there anyway? And then what are they doing there dressed the way how they're dressed? You understand? Like, if a woman's dressed modestly and she starts getting harassed, okay, you could maybe think, all right, you know what I mean? But in this world, like, I feel kind of stupid. I'd feel stupid defending any woman that I don't know in this world, because more than likely she probably deserves what's happening to her, man. Like if a man's fighting a woman on the streets right now, these days, I won't feel confident defending that woman and thinking, man, I'm justified in defending her, so I'll mind my business. And people can call me a coward or say whatever they want to say. I'll more than likely, I think I'll be minding my business, man, if I see that happen. Because women have not shown themselves to be worthy of defending in this world. So you could end up defending a woman and then end up, when you find out what the situation is about, you'd be like, damn. So she actually deserved what that guy was trying to do to her. Now, I'm not saying in this video that this woman deserved what was happening to her in this video. If you see it and how the guy's like just following her around throughout the carnival and that, right? But at the same time, man, you have to, as a woman, considering you're the weaker vessel, you're supposed to put defensive things in for yourself to avoid things happening to you. And one of the ways that you can do that is to dress modestly. Just like how one of the ways that men can avoid not getting robbed, right, is to not walk around with all their money on them. Right? People have bank accounts now. You don't need to walk around with all your finest jewels and things on you. Only wear your riches in places where you feel safe, or where you think, there's things that you have to do on this earth to protect yourself. When you go in your house, you don't leave your front door open. You lock it at night. You understand? You don't leave your car outside if you've got a car. You don't leave your car with the keys in the ignition. You turn the car off, lock the car, and take your keys in the house. You don't make it easy for people to do things to you in this world. You're not supposed to be like that, man. You're supposed to use wisdom. And women have to use wisdom too. But they don't want to be told nothing. And then at the same time as them not want to be told nothing, right? When something happens and something takes place, right? Then it's men that are supposed to come out of nowhere and save them, right? It's men that are supposed to come out and save them. Then when people start moving weird out there in the world, it's always a man that's supposed to come now and save them. But how can we feel confident saving and protecting women that don't think that we need to tell it, that we have the right to tell them anything, man? And there's several men in this world, man, that are dead right now because women got them into some situation, man. Women that might go out in public with their man, right? And they want to feel like they should be able to dress however they want to dress, right? And then their man gets into an argument with another man now because they're dressing all crazy as hell. And then now that man, the men of their family end up dead because they tried to defend a woman that didn't think about defending them. They didn't think about their safety before they came at the house and be like, you know what? Let me not draw unnecessary attention to me and my man while we're out in public, and I'm just gonna dress modestly. And then when all the kind of clothes that are provocative, that's the things that I'm gonna wear for my man privately in the house. How comes none of you women don't ever try that? How comes all the provocative clothing that you women want to always wear are things that strangers have to see? Because it's full of strangers. And then when you women come home, you'll be wearing some clothes that are stretched out from getting too many spins in the washing machine. That's how women do, man, in this world, man, in this Babylon captivity, man. This world is wicked, man. But then at the same time, they want defense and protection from men and expect men to take all the money that they earn and pay for women's lives. Why should they? Why? This is 1 Ezra chapter 4 and verse 1 Ezra chapter 4. In fact, 1 Ezra chapter 3 and verse 27. Many also have perished and erred and sinned for women. Right? Let's say one random guy now would have came to defend these women, right? And punched this guy up. And when they punch him up, they hit him in the wrong place and kill him, right? And then now that man's dead and the person that punched him ends up in jail. But these women are still going to go when next Notting Hill Carnival comes around. They're still going to go. They're not going to be like, you know what, when I went Notting Hill Carnival in 2025, there was a weird guy there that was all groping up on me and I didn't like how that felt. So you know what? Next year, I'm not going. If 2025 gets to come round and Notting Hill Carnival still active, right? Them same women, they're more than likely going to go again. They're going to go again. And they're going to put themselves in the same kind of scenario to where you can be in an environment where random people can just be coming up to you and grinding up on you. And they'll be playing the music. And then people just gyrating themselves, sweating off. Ackee and saltfish smell in the air. Curry goat smell in the air. Mutton and rice. Jerk chicken smell. And there's a bunch of ackee and saltfish eating. Curry goat, green banana, plantain, excuse me, plantain, eating Benjamites, shaking up themselves all over the place, being wicked as hell. And then there's just a gal getting span out all over in every single angle, all on the street, man. People just grinding up themselves. Like even in this video, the guy goes up to the woman. Like the guy shooting the video, he goes up to the woman, right? Says a little 1-2 lines and that uses some Jake flow, right? Says a little 1-2 lines. She whispers something in his ear. She starts dancing on him while he's recording, right? Just dancing on him, twerking up herself on him for a good like 20, 30 seconds, then just fades off into the crowd. Doesn't even look back. But then somebody else might see her later on in the same, and if she might have stumbled upon this guy, and then you'll be like, oh man, you can't be doing that. But she already done the same kind of thing somewhere else. So how can we feel confident now in this world defending any women when they don't act like they don't want to be saved, bruh. They don't want to be defended, really. They want to be able to be free, to be as wicked as they want to be, without no regard for nothing, man. Right? They want to be able to be as free as they want to be throughout the earth, gallivanting at themselves all around the earth, gal them leg out, gal them twist out, gal them broke out, span round, right? And nobody can tell them nothing, nobody can say nothing to them. No one can ask, no one can question their body count. But then at the same time, they shouldn't be ashamed for their body count, right? But at the same time, they're ashamed of their body count because they won't say the true number if they even do know it for real. Which the fact that they wouldn't know it would be a sign that they're defiled, mate. You understand? And it's like in this video, man, so lucky if I'm all over the place, man. But like when I was watching this, man, I was thinking, yo, women are completely oblivious to the danger of this world, man. They've become so prideful, man, right? That when they actually see the dangers, they don't even know that it's danger. You know what I mean? Like this individual here, mate. This guy is suspicious as hell, man. In his video, that's on the thingy, that guy right there, man, in the black t-shirt, man. I'm telling you, if you watch this, brothers, whoever watches this, man, you'll be like, this guy's got demons on him. But this is the kind of people that are going to be out there in the world when all hell breaks loose, man. Most women have not even really seen the kind of men that they pretend they're like, that are existing in this world. The kind of men that women be trying to say, oh, they're harassing this and that. No, that's a man that's he might not have the game you like, but that's a man that's just trying to get you by talking. He might tap you on your arm before he speaks to you and all that. And you feel like your space has been invaded because he touched you and you don't know him, right? But then the real people that you women should be complaining about are the guys like this guy in his video. And when you actually come across these people, you don't even recognize the danger. But you don't put in the right measures to protect yourself from the dangers anyway. Which one of the ways you can do that is by not going to a place where people are dancing at themselves. Like this place is wicked, man. An event like that is wicked, and anyone that's really trying to seek the Lord wouldn't be nowhere like that. They wouldn't be nowhere like that, man. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9, rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. And women that would be at a place like this, right, are careless women. The only kind of women that would be at a place like this are careless. And I don't care what they're dressed like, really, man. Even if they are dressed in modest apparel, their mind ain't going to be modest, really. Because a woman that's really a modest woman shouldn't be at a place like this, if you ask me. A woman that's mentioned in Proverbs 30... Well, let me get it, man. Right? The kind of woman that's mentioned in Proverbs 31, right, wouldn't be here. Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10, who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies? And the price of a woman that's virtuous is far above rubies, but who's ever met one of them? I don't believe I've ever met one. And if any of you brothers out there believe you have, well, congratulations, man. I hope that's your woman. But I don't believe I've ever seen that. You know what I mean? That don't seem to exist right now. Women want to say things that can say things about men all the time, about what they want to say, right? About how men ain't this and men ain't that. But we know you women ain't what you think you are. You ain't what you think you are neither, man. And this kind of events like this day prove that. Because women, the same women that will be dancing upon some random stranger, gyrating themselves up on him, right? Giving him his jerk chicken's worth, right? These will be the same kind of women that will complain over in a UK or in America and all that about how they don't want to be taken to Cheesecake Factory. Or I can't believe his broke self took me Nando. Or can't believe he took me here. I can't believe he took me there. they'll end up on a podcast talking, chatting smack, right? But then in another scenario, they ain't got the same standard, and that's why men don't even take the standards that women set of all the high price that they try and put on themselves. We don't take that seriously, man. We don't take that seriously when women say all that stuff, because we know that it's not a real standard, man. Because if the guy's six got the nice cornrows or something, whatever carnal thing it is that matches whatever character on a TV show you women like at the moment, if he matches one of these Love Island bullshit, UK Love Is Blind, whatever these reality TV shows, these Geordie Shore bullshit, whatever, any of these TV shows that you men are trouncing about these days, right? If he doesn't match any of that bullshit, fake woman worship stuff that you've been getting pushed on you, right? Then you'll say, oh, this and that, and you'll set these crazy standards. But when he matches these other things, then you ain't saying none of that. And that's why we don't take a lot of the stuff that you women say seriously, man. And that's why also we're not gonna, like, a lot of women are not getting defended in this world, man. A lot of women are not gonna get defended in this world. Like, even the guy that does step in this video to defend a woman, he's only doing it because he wants to box. He ain't really doing it because he's some nice guy. He wasn't doing it for that reason. He probably tried to holler at her, and then when she didn't want him afterwards, he was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, this world has not made it feasible for a man to risk his life defending any women out in the world, man. It's not really, like, even down to where it's gonna get to where actual people that are paid to defend women are gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna do the bare minimum, man, just to think, you know what I mean? And that's what happened, right? Because a lot of you Israelite women are crazy as hell, right? And you act all wild and that in this world. Now you can't even say, I rebuke you in the name of Jay. You can't even say in your own house, in your pajamas, I rebuke you in the name of Jay, and live. Because men don't think that you're, like, you know what I mean? Men don't look at you as though you're feminine. So a woman that's in her house, right, making some food and that, and she's a bit scared that somebody's outside of her house, she can't even say, because she gets offended by something, oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jay because you're thinking I'm going to harm you with some water. I rebuke that thought. I rebuke that thought in the name of who I think God's name is. I mean, the Messiah's name is. I rebuke that thought because I don't believe that you should be thinking that about me, that I would throw water on you. That's what that cop did. That's why the cop shot that woman, Sonia Massey, because he thought that a so-called black woman would throw hot boiling water on him. That's what he thought about her, right? Because the image that you so-called black women put out there about yourselves, right, is that of being aggressive, man. And then whenever a so-called black woman sees another so-called black woman doing anything wrong, they don't say nothing to her, right? They only say anything when anybody else tells them that they should not be saying anything wrong. And they don't believe that the so-called black man should be able to tell them anything. They don't believe the so-called black man should be able to tell them, I think you look better with your natural hair, grow your natural hair. They're like, nah, I don't believe what you're saying. Fuck what you're talking about. I need the so-called white man to tell me that I should have my natural hair. Then I'll do it. But if you tell me that I'm supposed to have my natural hair, I'm going to get an even longer weave. If you tell me that I shouldn't wear blonde hair, I'm going to get it so blonde. It's going to look like I've got lemons on my head. That's how they treat the Israelite man. And that's why, me personally, when it comes to Israelite women, I don't really care about what it is to do with y'all right now. But all women are wicked anyway. So under the curses, there ain't too much peace among no woman in this world, really. To be honest with you. Which is why Paul said the things that he said, right? In the scriptures. Now, let me get this. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hand is bands. Whoso please of God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. And this Notting Hill Carnival thing is a place like a sinner's retreat, man. It's off, bruv. It really is just off. Like, it really is just like, there was probably, just like last time, like there always seems to be, right? Which I don't know the full ins and outs of this, right? I'm not a Londoner and all that, but there's carnivals like that have happened all over the place. And I remember when I used to be a little child, and I'd go to the carnival with my mom or whatever. My mom would take me and my siblings to the carnival and all that, and I'd be looking like I'd be a little kid at the time, but I'd be looking around, and I'd be able to see that like this is kind of off, and you'd see the Jakes and the older Jakes hollering at the girls and all that, and then when I remember now that I'm even thinking about it, man. I remember this particular story. I've just thought about Shem Yashar. I remember this particular story, man. I'm gonna say it right now. I remember there was a time, yeah, where one Jake tried to holler at a girl when at one of these carnivals, right? And she didn't want to give him his number, man. And I remember this now, just so I'm thinking about it. He had a gun on him. He had a gun on him, man, and he pulled out the gun. I just remembered that, man. At a carnival that when I was a young kid, right? Some Jake tried to holler at some Eve or whatever, right? And she didn't want to know. And he pulled out a gun, man. Because these kind of some places are a haven of wickedness. There's drugs, wine, spirit, like there's spirits in a place like this, and these spirits were on this guy. And ain't no telling what that guy did on that day. Ain't no telling, man. Ain't no telling what kind of wickedness goes on and what kind of things people kind of had done to them and not even remember because they were drunk. You know what I mean? And then there'll be some women that they're trying to them secret holes that'll exist in the world, and they'll try and say, "Oh, I'm there. I'm classy." Oh, they're classy, but they're in a miniskirt with their chest hanging out and their belly all showing, man. And they got a man at home, but they're classy and they'll think they're classy because they ain't dirty whining, shaking their whole like, mate. On one video that I saw a brother put out there today, man. There was twerking. The man was twerking damn near on the woman. He was shaking himself up on the woman's shoulders, and they were hanging on the end of a bridge, man. And what one video that I saw, the brother, the elder man, Rakaria Kwam, one of his videos, man. There was on a bridge, dancing. She's holding on the side of the rails, and he's damn near getting a damn piggyback on her shoulders, dancing on her shoulders, man. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. But these are women that we're as men supposed to protect and want to have as wives, though, innit? You know what I mean? That when all hell breaks loose, we're supposed to, if we've got a can of tuna, like, and she's hungry, we're supposed to split that can of tuna down the middle, innit? And give her some. Because that's a weaker vessel, innit? Yeah, right, man. Yeah, right. We're supposed to do a £500 date on one of these, innit? Yeah, right, man. We're supposed to strive and grind and work our back to the bone to provide for women like this in the world, innit? That think they can do whatever the hell they want to do, and then you can't tell them nothing. These kind of like the kind of thing that happens in this video, man. From this point, from the 35-minute point, man. I'm gonna say it again. Like women have been getting warned about stuff like this by the brothers. By the prophets that Yahweh set, man, they've been getting warned by the elders, apostles, brothers, right? And they didn't listen. But the time's gonna come where all the things that these men have said, right, which are only the things that the prophets before them said anyway, right? Which is prophecies that Yahweh said are gonna happen. The time's gonna come where these things are happening, and you women are not gonna be able to. There's not gonna be no turn back now, because now the prophecies have to get fulfilled, and you're going to be the one that fulfills them. Right? There's going to come a time where certain prophecies are going to be fulfilled, and it's going to be particular women that are going to fulfill them, so they ain't going to be able to turn back and try and repent then. The time of repentance is going to be gone for them to try and say, oh, okay, no, it's nah. So listen now. You women should listen now, man. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. There's going to come a time where you can't just go, women can't go to places like this and get worshipped. A lot of women will go to places like this because they might have had a breakup that they think didn't go right. The man didn't worship them. And she found out that the man does, like all men do, desire other women. And he slept with one of them, and she's thinking, oh, he cheated on me now. Like it's some kind of game with rules that, oh, he cheated on me. He cheated, but no, he didn't cheat nothing, man. Men are supposed to have multiple wives, and that's how it's supposed to go. That's how it's supposed to go, man. And it's funny how in this world women care so much about men having multiple wives, yeah, but they don't care about their friends that they know are sneaking around on their own man, and then don't ever correct their friend and tell them don't sneak around on your man. You're being a hoe. They don't ever say, ain't it mad that they don't ever say none of that. They lie for them. And you got plenty of videos on YouTube where where a female will be sitting next to her husband, and they'll test it, man. The man will call up his female friends, his wife's friend, and say, "Do you know where my wife is or whatever?" And the wife will lie and say, "Yeah, she's with me right now," knowing damn well that that's a lie because the wife's next to the husband that called her up, and it was a test to see if the woman would lie. There's plenty of videos like that on the internet I've seen. Plenty, man. The time's gonna come where women are not gonna be able to just go to places to get worship, man. They're not gonna be able to, oh, I've had a bad breakup. Let me just throw on some clothes and dress like a harlot and see how many men can lust after me now, and I can build my ego back up to try and get back out there in the field and try and see if I can test the waters again with another man that really don't want me. You know what I mean? When the situations come down to where the prophecies that are the dark day of the Lord are actively getting fulfilled, man, in the earth, and you can see them out your window, men are not going to have the time to be warning you no more. We're all like, I don't think people actually understand what the Hebrew Israelites are desiring to be on this earth. We don't want to have to keep telling people nothing, man. We don't want to have to keep warning nobody nothing. It becomes a thing where you get tired of keep telling people to fix up all the time, man. We want to be under the new covenant where we don't have to tell another Israelite to know the Lord, because we all know him. From the least to the greatest. Christianity don't talk like that. Christianity will tell you that they're under the new covenant while trying to tell you about the scriptures. They'll tell you that the law is in their heart, right? And that they've got the Lord in their heart while they're not keeping the law. They'll tell you they're keeping the law and that the law is in their heart, right? With a shaven beard and with a buffet banquet of food that's got unlawful foods in there. And they'll tell you that the law is in their heart at one of their Christian conventions and that. They'll say the law is in their heart in a church, and there'll be sausage rolls there on the table. Sausage roll, pigs in blankets, bacon, cheese and ham sandwiches. But the law is in their heart though. There'll be crab legs on there, like prawn cocktail stew and all kind of things, man. Gammon on there. But the law is in their heart. That's what Christians will say. Whereas Israelites, us the Israelites, we the Israelites, man, we don't say that. We don't say that we're all keeping the law perfectly. We're not. We'll be liars if we say that. We'll be lying if we say that, man. Now, I don't want to make this video too much more of a rant, man. So I'm going to end the video there, man. Right? I'm going to end the video there. I don't want to make this video too long, man. But women have been getting warned about the kind of wrath that's going to come upon women that are proud. And they better take heed, man, because they're not really prepared for the kind of madmen that are going to be running around when all hell breaks loose, man. It's going to be guys like this guy in the video, man, that it was just overly on them women, man. When women on a day like this anyway will damn near twerk on anything. If he would have just came with some all that fake dancing thing, fake like he would have got a little dance of whatever the hell he was trying to do, man. He would have, you know what I mean? Even him on a day like this from some woman, there'd be someone that would twerk on someone in a day like this. But like the prophets have been saying, when women are gonna experience the time of wrath to come, it's not gonna be done under the terms that they want it to be like. It's gonna be done in a evil, wrathful way, man. And women will think, the women of Israel, man, the daughters of Zion, they're thinking in their mind that the Israelite man, because he tells the Israelite woman, fix up, that he hates her guts, but he's actually the man that cares about you the most. But you dummies don't want to respect that, right? So then when all hell breaks loose, We're not going to be risking our lives and our eternities in the kingdom of heaven, and our reputation that we're going to be given and left as a memorial forever in the kingdom of heaven. We're not going to be risking that for you. We're not going to be putting our time in the kingdom of heaven online for you, on at risk for you women that didn't think you had to do anything that we say. Why should we, man? And on that, I'm going to say shalom to the Israel of God, right? Shalom to the Israel of God. And Yahweh is going to bring wrath on all of the Israelites that are of their father, the devil, man. Because let's make no mistake, man. In the scriptures, and I heard a brother say this, man. I heard the brother saying this, man, and I like the way it sounded, man. He said there's an Israel of God, right? And then there's an Israel that's of their father, the devil, too, man. And that's facts. Shalom to the Israel of God, right? That believe and are waiting for Yahweh's mercy, man. Shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom.